I'm Jonah Edwards. I'm the head coach of Mavs Gaming. Mavs Gaming is one of the 17 teams in the NBA 2K League. It's an esports team, basically, that sits based from the Dallas Mavericks.
Hey, what's going on? It's our trail boy, also known as Dimez. I'm 23 years old, 24 tomorrow, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
So my name is Ryan Conger. I'm from Palmer, Texas, which is about 20 miles south of here. Position, I'm a center, and my PSN is Dayfri.
My name is Jonas Neumann. I'm from Germany, and I play the power forward position.
Hey, I'm Ryan, aka Devillon. It's my last name. It's kind of where I got my gamer tag from. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'm the starting small forward for the MavsGG.
So my nickname is Hazza UK 2K. I chose that combination because I live in the United Kingdom and the fact that I enjoy playing 2K, so I kind of bind the both with my nickname Hazza from back home and put it all together in one gamer tag.
Yeah, everyone gets along really well. We have like such a different group of personalities. It's kind of awesome. Like Dimez is like the calm, cool, collected guy. Dayfri is super like, he's the edge of our team. He's like the aggressor. He's intimidating. He's that guy. Seem and JLB are very, very goofy, hilarious guys. Devillon is a smart guy, kind of one of the natural leaders of the team as well. And then Harry's coming from Britain. We just make fun of his British accent. It's really funny. So, but he's a great guy, super funny guy, very likable guy. So we really have like a good group of guys, 6 guys that are super likable, very funny, just overall just great people.
I mean, I've played with some of those guys. I met Dimez last year in New Orleans, so I've known him. I met Jonah in New Orleans as well. And the rest, you just know them from Twitter, and I've played with a couple of them, but I've known a lot of those guys, so it's fun finally playing with them.
So we've actually, as a team, never been in the same room up until we had lunch that day of the tournament, the first day. Like, I'm one of 3 players of the 6-man team that has come from all over the world.
It was quite a slow process at the start. Obviously, me and JLB, we had quite a lot of difficulty trying to get over here with the whole visa process situation.
I mean, the visa process was long, and it was just a really frustrating process.
It was tough to sort of just be sidelined due to things I couldn't control.
A little bit that I have to credit Mike, our mental skills coach. Our biggest thing on this team is like control what we can control. At the time, visa issues is not something we can control. So essentially, we have 3 guys in market, and we have to practice with them.
Just being here with Seem and Dayfri, we built some chemistry amongst us 3, but bringing in 2 other guys, that's tough. You gotta reteach them everything. You gotta teach them what type of defense we want to run, how we're gonna rotate, what passes to make. You just gotta make sure they're up to date on the offense and defense we're gonna run. So,
we really just kept with the mindset of practicing defense and practicing the things that we can get better at individually, so that once the team came together, we would have a bunch of really good individual players, and then we can try to finally mesh as a team.
And then when I finally got here, the team picked me up from the airport, and everything was great. We went out and got, I think it was a 30-inch pizza, and I was just amazed because that was apparently a normal thing here.
So just meeting everybody, getting everybody's feel, it's all cool. We got different cultures, Germany, England, it's just different,
I mean, it's cool having, multiple cultures here. Obviously, we got a guy from Canada, a guy from the UK, so we kind of have a bonding already being from Europe. I think it's great for the team as well. They get to know a little bit about our culture, so I think that's great for both sides.
Just sort of adjusting to everything Texas has to offer, from cultural changes like Dayfri getting me into the country music, or even sort of just the similarities that we share from people all over the world.
These guys, really, they have to be able to get along with each other. They have to be able to have trust in each other. Otherwise, you will see performance issues on the court when that's not clicking.
But all of these guys knew what they do. They were really, looking forward to what they had. They had a few pre-prepared plans. They are open arms. They came in, let us help out on kind of what we needed to know, what we needed to do on the court. And when it came to the tournament time, the pieces fit pretty well, and it all came together, and here we are now.
I mean, it was obviously difficult playing for the first time because we didn't have any practice, so we jumped right into the tournament.
All the way from Big D, everything's bigger in Texas. Downworth, the Metroplex, stand up.
No, it's dope. You walk in, you're like, wow, this is crazy. And like, there's just a lot of stuff there, like the post-game interviews, like you got the announcers like right beside you, like they're literally 5 feet from you, and I don't know, it's just like the atmosphere there is pretty crazy, especially on like Championship Saturday. There's a bunch of people there, and you hear everything. Like even if you don't want to, you hear it.
My first impression was just, it was insane. Obviously, I was on the flight when they revealed it, so I didn't really see it until I got there. It was just an amazing atmosphere there as well. You know, there was a lot of people watching. I didn't expect that, and it was a great setup. I really liked how they built it, and the backstage, it was really cool hanging out there as well. So it was really more than I expected, for sure.
Yeah, so we had the toughest bracket, which is they called it the group of death because there were so many good teams in it. And going into it, we had the mindset like everyone's doubting us, so let's prove them wrong. So yeah, I hate losing. I'm probably the biggest sore loser. I take losses tough, but I learn from it because you never know the strength of your team and how deep your team really is until you lose. Like, and what you take from it. Like, you losing is tough, but you got to take from it and gain from it and figure out what not to do the next time.
So this week moving forward, we're trying to implement more plays, more sets, so we can get everybody else involved. Because I feel bad when it's just me and Dime scoring, when everybody else on the team can score too. And it was hard because we didn't have chemistry, we didn't know what we were really trying to do, we just kind of got together. But I think we'll be good.
I mean, the first tournament was, obviously a little bit difficult for us. We never really met each other, we never played together. So now we can finally work together. We watched the film. We can prepare for our next opponent more than we could back in New York. We have an entire week for that. So I think that's really different than to the first tournament.
The future of Mav Gaming, I think, is very positive. We've now got our training facility all set up. We can now start practicing as a team. We've got our first scrimmage, I believe, first game on Saturday, which will be good. We're trying to set up a few plays, trying to get the team together, trying to create a whole system that we can all coexist in and work from, and execute that on Saturday. And hopefully, we come out with a win, get a good positive start, and then go from there and hopefully carry on all the way to playoffs.
We went into that tournament with no practice, no sort of tendencies that we know each other, and the more time we spend together, the closer we get as a team. From the sixth man to the first pick, we're bonding as a team, and the more opportunities we get to play together, the better the opportunities will come.
I definitely think that moving forward, like, we can game plan for each of the 16 other teams in the league. I think that, looking back at all the games, watching different play styles, seeing how teams play, obviously people are going to make adjustments moving forward in the season, but it's something we can definitely adjust to, and I think that, we definitely can counter what the Sixers did and, how they beat us, and, if we had another game against the Pacers, I think that we could, maybe get one off them again. So, yeah, I think moving forward, like, we're definitely going to be game planning for specific teams, and we have a better idea of what they're going to be running and how they're running it and their lineups and specifics on that makes it a lot easier from a coach's perspective.